I had a dream that one night I was seduced into a date with Mr. Monopoly. I was dared to play his game and got caught up in his debauchery. He proposed a toast to the past with a clink of my glass and whispered in my ear that I landed on his property. See, Mr. Monopoly had a way of handling things properly. He slid over his top hat and suggested it as a prop for me. Then it was straight to jail giving ass or fork over his property fee. The worst dream I've ever had featured America sitting across from me. During the worst dream I've ever experienced, I was taken to a popular spot called My Country, and I was forced in at love point as a cherub gestured an arrow at me aimed at my head. One opposing emotion to Mr. Monopoly, and I was dead. The waitress appeared with her highly rehearsed speech, concluding with, "And that's how things run here in my country." Customers cheered drinks to "'Tis of thee" as I ordered the sweet land of liberty and was rejected with, "I'm sorry, but that's not actually on the menu until next week." The waitress smiled, the waitress winked, the waitress left, the waitress wanted me to wait, but miss, next week? 7 tomorrows filled with heartbreaking sorrows and happy's foiled. I looked around my country and realized everyone had spoiled. Men, women, children of all kind laying around the joint with blown minds because homicidal Mr. Monopoly thought it was fun getting into trouble and gave no sorries about sicking us with the bill screaming Yahtzee, causing everyone to Jenga the joint. I slapped my hands on the table and asked, "Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful?" Mr. Monopoly, I know you've been stalking me. It was you and Miss Bald Eagle, your whore, who intervened that one night at the bodega store when my friends and I just wanted a little more of the devil's elixir as depression's cure. 21 to sit, but we were only 20. We were given a tip back along with our money. Don't try that shit. You're not old enough, honey. But we were old enough to die for our country. I was old enough to dine at my country. I was old enough to play Mr. Monopoly, and now I'm old enough to subvert this country. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? You and my perverted Uncle Sam teamed up to give 4 fucks and one damn fuck. Damn this country straight back to hell with this same-sex efforts to keep blacks out of jail. I witnessed my perverted Uncle Sam, who was into cosplay, dress up young boys and girls in army fatigue clothing and watch as they rolled around in each other's muddy blood. An erection that caused Lady Liberty to drop her torch and burn a hole in America's legendary oily wallet starting with New York. An erection that caused Lady Liberty to drop her dress quicker than the lightning bolt that strikes a devil disguise in a red vest and Prada, hiding out in the back of the Episcopalian church saying nada. What a lady. But can we really nod at her? Can we falter? My country revolved around slogans such as "bigger is better" and abided by catchphrases like "go hard or go home," and the drunks at this joint were troopers, but my country was never keen on sending troops home, which caused Uncle Sam to stay hard. But he would always excuse it with the fact that he was young and beautiful, asking if we would still love him when he was no longer young and beautiful. My country, so young and beautiful, America, so young, dumb, and beautiful. I've been wined and dined at this spot by pimps like Mr. Monopoly, threatened by Cupid and his lovely arrows each time. I've been teased by the waitresses. I've sat here surrounded by dead bodies that reeked of spoiled milk and curiosity. I've been stalked by your Charlotte Bald Eagle, infuriated because she couldn't find a landing strip. I've been traumatized by my persistent and perverted Uncle Sam, who relentlessly chanted with our railways, "I think I can, and took the lady out of liberty and blackmailed her with tramp stamps. The worst dream I've ever had featured America sitting across from me. But she was so fucking beautiful.